With Whale in the field, destroy any monster you go to battle with, and also you can banish the Whale until the end phase to protect your Umi and C stealth attack from being destroyed. The ultimate combo. What's better, guys? You tell me. Having a Whale plus a C stealth attack, or having a Dragon Destroyer plus a DNA Surgery? Both are devastating. Whale could also negate any card that targets. Sphere Creebo did not target him. Nick's Duel Links goes, well, that's it. It's over. Bleeding Knight, thank you for that Prime sub. Appreciate you. The chat thinks that DD plus DNA is definitely better. Oh boy. Can Jonan come out of this? How can he come out of this? Let's look at the, I'm not trying to coach him, but if we were to look at this together, let's go on the website. Let's look at a Kokai Mirror deck. So let's go on, I guess we'll look at the latest one from the MCS. We'll go to latest tournaments, Meta Championship Series. Let's look at how would Zadus's deck deal with this? If he were to activate Offerings or Canadia onto the Whale, then let me refresh real quick. If you were to activate Canadia or Offerings onto the Whale, then that would be negated. Whale will negate. He's gonna have to have multiple though. But let's say you activate Offerings, he negates, you chain Offerings, then he banishes Whale with the C stealth attack. Not good. The best way to deal with it is you have to threaten the destruction of Umi and C stealth attack. Hey, Trunade! Everything face down, back to the hand. You have to threaten the Umi or the C stealth attack. You have to force him to banish the Whale. Then you have to push for lethal. Gotta push. Is this that push? Flips up Nanishi. It's very oh, you know what? I know how he could win, and I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you. I got it. This, you know, this might be it. This might be it. He has a really good way to win. What do? He's got it. He's got it. Does he have it? Synchro. Shokan. Armades. Wow, very good. Oh my God, he could totally win. Oh my Jesus. Does he win? Does he win? You don't know how he could win? I will gladly tell you after he wins. Epic music. You know what? You know what? Because I think he could win this, let's do it. You get this one. Boost. Oh my Jesus. Ancient Fairy Dragon 21. He could not banish the Whale. It would have been lethal. Oh my Jesus, Jonan has defeated the unbreakable field. He's done the unthinkable. An unwinnable situation. Double set back row. He's got 5 cards in his hand at 1900 life. Does he lose next turn? Probably has at least a few Canadias. Jonan. Hey! True! Nade off the top of the deck! Oh my Jesus! We are going to game number 3! Hooah! Huh! Rigged! So many people in the chat were counting him out. They were like, that's it. GG. It's over. Scoop it up. 2-0. Jonan said, no, I will be Hokage. Doesn't even flip up any of his face downs. It's pointless. What can he do? 21 to the face. Jonan takes game number 2. We are going to game 3. Suya.
What is good, guys? Joni and Joe back with some more synchro action and Duel Links. This time I'm recapping my most recent Meta Weekly entry at Meta Weekly 55 for my best one to date. I'm letting DK take over my top 4 match again later on, but I decided to showcase and talk a little about my matches throughout the tournament instead of just ripping my matches off of his stream. I did save 3 games from polls and 2 in top 32, so they will play in the background as I commentate a little bit about the deck. This is a long video, so there will be timestamps in the description for matchups and a link to the website with my deck. It also comes with the entire tournament report with the other winning decks, especially the Karakuri decks that won Grand Finals and made 2nd and 3rd. For now, we're going to finish this top 8 match that I had against SSA. SSA was intimidating at first because I didn't expect to face it all day, but as you noticed, I have a few techs and side choices that helped me out in the 2 matches I had against them. I didn't show Duel 1, but I bricked heavily, and once SSA gets their board set up, like in Duel 2, things get difficult because most of my deck has targeting effects. Luckily, as you see here with Duel 3, I do have a decent playable hand. I'm going to level augmentation here just to go into a level 7 while I can. As you noted from last duel, I usually try to pick and choose the appropriate time when to use it. Sometimes I did use it too early a few times and I regretted it. But given the way his board is not too full yet, I'm just going to take the chance and go for it. Now, Yumi was a play because I think unintentionally it counters my deck pretty bad, lowering my monster's attack. So the usual play I would do is level Aug into Beret, summon Misamo, and usually that's game. They hit 4,000 life point damage if they both attack directly, but because of Yumi, those OTKs were slowed down quite a bit, so I had to improvise and make recovery plays for next turn. So you can't see my hand in this video, but I do have another tuner and non-tuner in my hand. I also have offerings that I'm going to set face down, so I'm going to use it next turn because I have another synchro play, so it's no worries. I know I'm not going to be able to OTK him with offerings here, so I just try to go for a little bit of damage, stop him from getting Citadel Whale out, but he does have a pretty nasty trap. Curse of Anubis is probably one of the worst things I could see, but if I had Anatomy, it would have been amazing because I would have been able to plus off of it, but right when he summons Abyss Pike, I'm going to offer it because I cannot risk Citadel Whale hitting the board. If he gets Sea Stealth attack up, I don't have a lot of answers for that. Citadel Whale by himself is a pain. With Yumi up, his stats are higher than Beret's, and he can pretty much negate anything I target him with, so it gets pretty tough after that. So, like I said before, I'm going to skip my draw phase, but I have another synchro play in my hand, so this is pretty much a good game at this point. This was a tough match for me. Like I said, he beat me pretty bad in Duel 1. I bricked terribly, and everybody in the chat was telling me to just hurry up and surrender, but I fought for Duel 2 as you saw before, and I got a good hand this time, so I think I was grateful because I did play SSA quite a bit when I first started playing Duel Links. It's my first King of Games deck back in whenever the deck came out. I think it was February or March of last year, and I hit King of Games with SSA 3 times, so it was my favorite deck. I love water decks, so seeing it was a pleasant surprise. But I did side in Sphere Karibo and Unending Nightmare. I didn't draw Unending Nightmare on this match, but I draw it in the Bulls match that you'll see later on. And that one Sphere Karibo saved my life in Duel 2, so besides that I didn't see it again. I sided it in my top 4 match and never saw them in the mirror match. I faced a lot of Karakuris in this tournament towards the end after pools, which you'll see. As you can see here, I still don't have lethal. 300 life points. I got worried a little bit because I know there's no reason to count him out just yet. But as long as I stop him from getting 2 monsters on board, I'm pretty good. Now, I did remember that he searched Snowman Eater with Abyss Pike before our offerings did. So I know he's gonna set it, but I decided to flip it up just to leave him in a 0 attack position instead of trying to swing and get no damage off. So I sacrificed a monster pretty much, but I have lethal at this point. As far as I know, he didn't have any Karakuri at all, and there's no other way for him to avoid it. So moment of relief flowed over me, and it was at this point that I pretty much passed my previous record of, I think last I was 9th place with junk control. But now, away from the top 8 videos, I'm just gonna show a quick preview of the deck. Like I said before, I'm gonna post a link in the description so you can get it more in depth at the website. You might see most of the other Karakuri players playing a similar build. Main difference I might say of mine is that I played a Galaxy Cyclone in addition to 2 true names. I thought the second effect of Galaxy Cyclone was pretty helpful in certain situations, and there was quite a bit of background in this tournament, so I didn't regret bringing it. Certain decisions that I might have changed would have been the second anatomy that I cut out. I did miss it a lot of the time. The draw power in this deck is insane, but I did pretty fair one. I do get a little crazy with the offerings here, but as long as I have a synchro play after offerings, I'll use it every single time. It might not be the best strategy, but I couldn't help myself. I don't like letting people get ahead of themselves. So Gemini's, I really didn't expect to see this either. He's stalled for as long as he could. I was expecting a spark at some point, but I guess he didn't have it. So most of these matches are quick. It's 1, 2, 3. This is not a slow deck. It's not a stall deck. I didn't face any control decks, luckily. If I did, I probably wouldn't have made it that far. But some of these duels are good because I don't have the best hands. Double Tuner is pretty useless right now, but I do get the synchro plays. So this is the first SSA I faced in pools. I did misplay heavily against him in one of these matches, but like I said, with the experience from playing the deck back when I started playing the game, it's not too hard to get rolling past him. I did add another match. A lot of my matches in pools went 2-1. It wasn't, I think maybe twice I 2-0'd somebody, or once. Actually, it was just once. Once I 2-0'd somebody. Everything else was 2-1. Unending Nightmare, like I said, you see it right there. It's amazing being able to be used multiple times. So I do have Galaxy Cyclone, like I said, which is another pretty good card to use against them. But I decided to hold off on the Unending Nightmare and instead use Galaxy and maybe try to get him to reveal Sea Stealth or something later on. Dragon Ice was pretty nuts right there because I thought he was going to have heavy infantry. If he discards heavy infantry with Dragon Ice, it's pretty much a nightmare, and I don't like seeing that play. But I make a good play here. I wait for the battle phase to pop Umi so I can get his Citadel out of the way. But I force him to use Sea Stealth attack so I could pop a Yumi, force a banish, and then go for lethal right here. When you banish Canadian, I don't think he comes back either. So I already saw the Dragon Ice coming, so I just used offerings on it right away. Went for game. Moving on from SSA, I'll start getting into the Karakuri nerves here. This is top 32 at this point, just desserts, I believe. This part I started to get worried because at this point, it's all a matter of who opens better and who knows what they're doing with the deck more. So he is running Sealed Tombs, which isn't a bad idea with the deck. I did try it a few times, but Sealed Tombs doesn't really work against me in the mirror, so I have a slight advantage. He probably did better against other decks than I did with it, but this part of the duel is hilarious because I literally just keep swinging to try to get through all of his level 4s, but he does run some extra copies. I suppose that makes up for his lack of level augmentation. So it's not a bad idea. I want to try it because level augmentation does get kind of restricted sometimes. An interesting thing about the mirror match to know is that anatomy goes off of either side position changes. So that matchup, I wanted the second anatomy like I mentioned before. I believe everybody had a second anatomy except me. I'd have to double check. I almost misplayed there. I wanted to hold on to the H roommate since I didn't really have a play to push, but I decided to use it just to check. He did show off the pulse Mars, so I got a godlike top deck right there. And most of the time when you facing Karakuri, like an OTK deck like this, you know when it's lethal. So I'm gonna show the end of my tournament run with the top 4 match. This is right after I faced SSA. These next few matches in the tournament were just Karakuri mirrors. I faced Mordecai and he beats me 2-1, as you'll see later on. And then he goes on to face 3D in another Karakuri mirror match. So this is a pretty exciting tournament to see a synchro deck finally make it and get the representation, because synchro decks have had a rough time in dueling so far, with Canadia being the best card in the game right now and Treacherous running around for a little while before. But I'm gonna let DK commentate, excuse me. And like I said before, the deck list will be in the description, so you can look at the tournament report on the Duel Links Meta website and get a better idea of the decks that were used. As always, if you enjoy the content, subscribe to the channel, follow me on my Twitch so you can catch me streaming sometimes, see some of the decks I play with, and enjoy the rest of the video.
Jonin opening up with Merchant. This means next turn will be explosive. Rain0396, that prime for 4 months officially. I am gay for you 4 months in this lovely community. Thanks to all. PS, Karakuri claps. Best deck from a while. Pog of Greed. It really is. I feel like it took you guys like a little while to catch on to how good the deck is. If you do !COG, you'll see both of my King of Game deck lists from this month. So the first week of January, we hit Legend to King of Games with Koka Miru. Then on the second week of January, we hit Legend to King of Games with Karakuri on 2 different accounts. Now for this week, I don't know what to hit King of Games with. I would like to hit King of Games with Silent Swordsman, but without 3 Silent Sword Slash, the deck is like really slow. Dark Magician? Dark Magician, King of Games. Okay, maybe. Going for lethal. Mordecai with 4,000 on the board. Is this it? Finally, we have speed duels. Oof. Game 2. Nice. Explosive. That's why you play offerings. Oh my Jesus. All right. Game 2 getting ready while they side deck. What do you side deck in the mirror match? Let's discuss that real quick. Game 2. It's like, oh man, I have to have the cutscene. Pog, young KDO, thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Game 2, Karakuri versus Karakuri. I don't know if they swap places. Nope, Mordecai at the top and Jonin at the bottom. Triple set, no monster. That is not good for Jonin. Opening up with Nanishi. Nanishi's a level 3 tuner. It allows you to perform an additional summon unless you get flipped face down. Let's see. Canadia. Floodgate. Offerings to the Doomed. If you do offerings, you don't have a good draw next turn. That really makes me think he does have offerings, and he's really thinking about it. Does not do it. Also, he did not reveal Merchant to increase the level of Nanishi. He's going for an Armady summon. Merchant on summon will search for any Karakuri card. I don't think he's going to search for Karakuri Pog of Greed because he has no real way to use it unless he has a merchant in his hand. If he has a merchant in his hand, then he could reveal right now to increase the level by 2. I guess he's doing it with the cash. Cash search for merchant. I'm not sure if this is like I made an oopsie, let me do a follow-up. No, okay, search for Nanishi. I was expecting maybe he'd search for merchant in order to make the level 7. Fine, we're fine with an Armades. That's it. Armades! Armades is great against 3 back row if he does not flip it up on the summon, because on the attack, you cannot flip up any of those cards. I think he probably has a bunch of offerings face down. Armades with 3 back row. That is disgusting. Cannot activate any cards or effects when Armades attacks. Not even Sphere Karibo. Hey! Junade! Return all set cards in the field back to the hand. Does he have a Nanishi plus a non-tuner? He didn't summon last turn though, so I really don't think so. Really? Really? Wow! He just made, I think he had Nanishi and didn't want to summon or set it. Because there's no way he would have not summoned Nisamu. Beautiful. Nanishi allowing an additional summon in addition to her summon. Synchro! Shokan! Shogun Beret. Shogun Beret on summon. Special summon a Karakuri from the deck. I truly thought that Mordecai was going to win this. Offerings. He doesn't even win. You can't use it on attack, by the way, so you do have to use it early. 4K. You OTK me, I OTK you. Damn. This deck is crazy, guys. It's crazy good. Karakuri. So whoever earlier today said, TK, is it safe to invest in Karakuri? I think so. I definitely think so. It's a brand new deck, and it obviously is extremely powerful. There are a few downsides to it, like if your opponent randomly has a Masked Hero Diane, you are forced to rely on your offerings to the Doomed. What does Karakuri lose to? Could lose to Kokamir sacking them, which is tier 1 right now. Game 3. So even with how crazy Karakuri looks, it looks crazy, but still, on the Duel Links Meta website, on the tier list, we still have it at tier 2. And that's after being updated yesterday. What do they say about Karakuri? Why is it not tier 1, right? Let's see. Karakuri has been placed in tier 2 following a strong performance in the MCS. Easily the best synchro deck in Duel Links. Karakuri excels at turboing through their deck for high impact tech cards to quickly end duels. Immunity from Sealed Tombs is very nice, but being locked out of Karakuri Beret access by DNA surgery is not nice. Because of a very wide tier 2, Karakuri could hope to sneak by without too much side deck attention. Otherwise, blowout cards like Acid Rain and System Down will wipe the entire Karakuri board for free. For free! All right, we have Merchant plus Pog of Greed. Every time the battle position is changed, he will gain a counter to draw a card per counter. With Karakuri Cash, change the battle position and search for a Karakuri monster. He chooses to not draw a card. He is getting greedy. Is that greedy? Will he pay the price by not drawing a single card off of this? Nanishi, Floodgate, Offerings, something! Offerings to the Doomed! Skip his draw phase, destroy that monster, but he does have Pog of Greed next turn. He just has to change the battle position once and then draw 2. He could draw into a Hatronade and just win this duel right here. Maybe. Yeah, he's not changing his battle position yet. Very good. If he were to change his battle position and then Hatronade, the Canadia would have flipped down the Merchant, and Merchant would not be able to flip face up. Big brain. No Hatronade, Nanishi. This will allow an additional summon. Right now, this is an Armades. Canadia flipping down the Nanishi. No Synchro Shokan for this turn. Very smart, very smart. Summoning Canadia in attack position. Merchant must attack into it. Loses Merchant. It looks silly, but he has to do it. Pro Circuit and Dragbodia and Lazy Carrot. I'm going to get to all of you. It's all good. Pro Circuit, don't worry. You didn't hurt my feelings. Nanishi met with Kanadia. So first Nanishi got hit by offerings, then Nanishi got hit by Kanadia. Oh, very good. Kanadia is so powerful. Being able to summon, having two Kanadias in the field. The first one swings. The second one will put Nanishi into attack position. Damn! Kanadia! Kanadia! What happened to vampires? We could read the tier list update to see what they think about vampires. Oh my Jesus, what a top deck. No cards in the hand, no cards on the field. Nanishi into Nisamu. That is a synchro Shokan. Oh my Jesus. Got him. Does he have another Nisamu from the deck? Yes, he does. Shogun on summon, special summon a Karakuri from the deck. You could also, once per turn, change the battle position of any monster on the field. Go straight to battle. I think he's going to go for the 2-monster clear. Damn. That Kanadia on the field. Kanadia helps you synchro and also prevents synchroing. Just like that. We now have the tuner and the non-tuner. Please tell me, you have to have a monster to summon, right? Yeah, because that's what you're revealing. What? What are you revealing? What are you revealing? Was this an oopsie? No, not an oopsie. Kanadia does everything. It truly does. Truly does. Kanadia is going to turn into an Armades. Oh, this is disgusting. Disgusting follow-up. It looks like Mordecai will take this duel due to Kanadia. Because of Kanadia, I think he wins this duel. Wow. Truly not cool. Not cool. Kanadia wins. Kanadia put in so much work, flipping down, being summoned. The Kanadia attacks were even relevant. The Kanadia Synchro Jonin. Don't worry, man. I know you tried. You did very well. I'm very proud of you. Maybe he will screw up. Who knows? Skinny G, thank you so much for subbing to my YouTube. Appreciate you. What can't Kanadia not do? Kanadia is so good, it could still summon itself even with Necro Valley on the field. So good. Maybe he sided out Armades. I don't think so. What would you side in over it? He's donking. Does he have another tuner in the deck? He might not have another tuner. He's got the tuner, but why didn't he play his anatomy? Oops. Oopsie. See, Jonin, misplays could happen. Armades, he just missed out on his Paga Greed. He could have drawn 2 cards this turn. Draws none, but you are in a top deck situation, Jonin. I have no idea what you're top decking. What the? Offerings to the Doomed. This is lethal, not an oopsie. That's where you redirect your attack. It's a replay. There's no monster there now. You were attacking. Redirect. Oof! Offerings. So all 3 duels, offerings being used on the final attack. Well, game 1, offerings was an OTK. Game 2, offerings OTK. This, not so much. He did not even need the offerings, but goddamn.